Alright guys, I've got a treat for you today. I've been playing Fabled against a lot of stuff. I've got a couple of recordings for today. I'm just going to start going through them. And I'm not really going to talk very much about the recordings. I just feel like this is a good background to have. Might mention a thing or two as it's happening because I'm going to be watching with you guys. But so I've been testing out Fabled again. I've really been testing this card you see here, Bright White Dragon Y-Burster, and his counterpart, Collapse Serpent, who and they both do the same thing, but one searches for the opposite, and then of course the counterpart searches for the previous one. So you can see I'm also testing out TG Warwolf here because I found I didn't have quite enough darks for the Y-Burster to go off properly, and so first I went down to 2 and 2 on the Y-Burster and the Collapse Serpent, and then I went ahead and you'll see that the chain Formula Synchron for the Ancient Sacred Wyvern got this kid, and he's actually going to drop Obelisk later, and you'll see how I get around that if this is the same one. So there's that Battle Fader. Hold the BOS for fear of him doing shenanigans, and he actually did shenanigans, so I'm glad I held it. So I'm just going to swap out for the Kushano and Black Rose this shit, draw my card, drop Collapse Serpent, go in for 18. And then this guy's going to drop this Drac thing. I'm going to search for Y-Burster with his effect, and then get my draws with Reagan. I think at this point the guy quit, or at some point during this turn he did. There we go. So there's the end of that replay, and let's just go on to the next one, and we'll see some of the issues I'm working on alleviating with them are, I mean, obviously there's an issue with consistency. But part of the way to solve that is just you have to learn to play this deck and know how to get around all of the possible scenarios that can be in your way. And of course you got to play cards that mitigate that, like a Royal Decree. Of course, if I'd had that up, then that trap wouldn't have hurt me quite so bad. Because of course Royal Decree and the Librarian is a lot of potential pluses that I just lost because I didn't have an answer to Royal Decree. So then I just go with the Ancient Sacred Wyvern OTK route with this because I see that they're Gravekeepers, and I hate Gravekeepers. I want to end that really fast. Of course we got another replay. Oh man, I'm sorry dude. Didn't know that he had this in hand. That's not really that exciting. I just set Ganesha, called it good, and you'll see what I do for the following turn. So I draw a Grimro. At this point I'm in a pretty secure position. I actually misplayed pretty hard with this and didn't realize that until after I was like halfway through. There's a point at which I could have Quasar'd way earlier if I had searched Lurry with the Grimro, because of the fact that I had Y-Burster, and the Cruise could have just been my third Chawa. But of course I still set up the Quasar fine, so it's alright. But the main plays in this deck, obviously, is just to make big synchro pushes. I have a game that I did not record because it would be boring for you guys just watching the guy summon Ophion and then me pass for 2 turns. Well, I actually made Mist Valley Bird Colossus, the new level 3 against him, and negated the Ophion and then went off. But he had Dark Hole and the Pandemic the next turn, so... and I was out of resources. Oh, I don't want to watch this from this side. Swap. So, and here's this plant dude. I'm afraid he never really had a chance. So of course we can now see that, and you'll see that, of course, when I synchro for Reagan under Librarian using one of the Dark Dragons that force the effect, then I end up going from 0 cards in hand to 4 cards in hand. So that's a pretty significant change. And here I've got Quasar and the plus Unicorn, the Snipe Hunter ready to go, and his on-field swords ends up saving him. So one of the issues this deck has is overcoming like someone who's already kind of really entrenched in behind a wall of traps or something. And right now this build is only playing 2 degree, but I might go back to 3 like I was playing in the good old days, just because it's obviously useful to have. And at this point, I don't know, I just decided to go crazy with this. So see that, I got the 9100 Wyvern, and looks like I've just got 2 more replays from today, but these are just some example plays of what I could do. And as you can see, I'm of course obviously pulling off some shenanigan-y bullshit, but cards I think I need more of. I think I need more draw cards, more, you know, just generally deck thinning cards. I'm already playing triple Upstart Goblin and 1 Dark World Dealings, but I might want to bump it up to 2 Dark World Dealings. Or, oh, when I summoned Quasar, the guy just quit, which I don't know why he did that, because, I mean, he had Shark Fortress on the field, so I couldn't have gamed him with just the Quasar, but I guess he didn't want to feel like playing that next turn, so whatever. I probably would have won anyways, but the Quasar itself didn't guarantee me victory. So that's what this guy was playing. No wonder why I felt like he was bad. Swap. So I have a pretty bad hand right here, but because this guy is playing, you know, skilled Dark Magician, I'm able to just take it slow, not really worry about it. And then I'm rewarded with the Chawa. And I go for the Reagan Librarian play. Of course, who doesn't like that play? And then he sees that I have Quasar, and he actually just goes ahead and quits right there. Because I guess, despite the fact he was playing that deck, he knows what he's doing. And so yeah, this is probably the last replay that I'm just going to play for you guys. Deck profile possibly coming up. I don't know if I want to talk about this build yet, because it's still not really all the way there, but at the same time, I mean, kind of need the creative input of you guys as a community, you guys being both the Facebook page that I'm going to post this to, and of course my subscribers. And I know that a lot of you originally subscribed to me when I was playing Fabled, so it's an honor to still be here with you guys. And here in the background you should have seen a lot of Fabled Quasar shenanigan plays. And that's going to conclude this video. One more replay. Oh, what did I do with this? Well, his hand doesn't seem really that exciting either, but let's see what we did. So the Upstart Goblins are actually helping quite a bit, just because now I only have to play, you know, 37 cards instead of 40. And of course, it's not too bad top decking it, because it thinned the deck a little bit, and of course, I think I ended up having to pester this guy with Unicorn or something. Not really 100% sure how this game went, but I think I used some of the alternative synchros. So there's that Mist Valley bird. Mist Bird Clausus. Once per turn, target face-up monster your opponent controls, it becomes 0 attack and its effect is negated. So that's kind of some BS. Oh, here's Arcanite Magician again. So it's time for things. Can't play the cores. And then he activates the Pot of Avarice, and I say, nope, with Unicore. And then I draw, summon something. He Valors that. I set one thing. I don't know why. Oh, I passed because he Valored my Unicore, and I didn't want to get my shenanigans derped. But the replay ends there, so I guess he just scooped. And that's gonna be it, guys. This guy almost sacked the shit out of me, but I'm just gonna go ahead and end it at the end of this replay. So if you're still here, thanks for subscribing, thanks for all that. If you haven't subscribed, you're a bad person and you should. Yeah, that's it. And I'm actually gonna kind of peace out, let this duel end, click that stop button on my record. Not gonna lie, guys, looks like I pro'd this kid. Pro. Oh yeah. Get pro'd on. I remember at the end of this game, this kid was like, oh, you only won because you sacked me and you're not good at this game and I was gonna beat you. Meanwhile, oh man, that is the worst hand. At least I have to say he was confident. But that's it, guys. Rate, comment, and subscribe.